Welcome to The Rundown, everybody. A new show in partnership with thepostgame.com and TYT Sports. I'm hanging out with, you guys know the cast by now. We got Victor Chi from the managing editor of thepostgame.com, Francis Maxwell, Styalog, TYT Sports, David Katz, founder of the Postgame, I myself, and Jason Rubin. And I myself will be watching the UFC on Valentine's Day. Well, this is one of the more interesting program Saturday night Valentine's Day things to be watching. You'd think Fever Pitch and other chick flicky romantic movies,
rom-coms,
Mark Ruffalo starred movies would be entering Love Actuallys, I should say. But the topic for discussion here is, how do you get your significant other to watch the UFC, Benson Henderson versus Brandon Thatch, for the fans out there, by the way, on Valentine's Day?
Ding, 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 ding. All right, so let me play out this scenario for you, lads, right? So you go out Valentine's Day and you go, love, can we watch the UFC? And she goes, okay, but what else do you want to have in mind? So you watch the UFC, you get all riled up because they're fighting, then you go and see 50 Shades of Grey, right? Because that's coming out Friday. And then you go back to the hotel room and you reenact a combination of both.
Interesting.
So arm bars and blindfolds?
Arm bars, blindfolds, fish hooks. No, you're not allowed to do fish hooks in the UFC, right?
No, not
submissions,
Can't do
whatever
eye
you can do.
poking.
You make up your own rules.
Make up your own rules. It's basically a combination of both. So you're mixing Dana White with Mr. Grey. Don't ask me how I know his name. It's in the title, lads. Anyway, so that's what happens. I think that's the UFC's marketing
You
strategy.
can call it 50 Shades of MMA.
I think the premise of your question is wrong, because people are not going to be bringing their girlfriends to watch this. This is for the people who don't have girlfriends or wives and are looking for something to do. I spent many years working in television, and this is what we in the business call counter-programming. Yeah. You know your target audience. You know they're going to be sitting at home looking for something to do. They're a captive audience. UFC. Why not take advantage of that? The lonely times for those middle-aged men like myself. Very sad.
So if you're telling me if Ronda Rousey asked you on a date and she said, I want to watch the UFC match, you would say?
I think, look, if you want to be strategic about it, most of the women think that these are pay-per-view events. They think you're shelling out big money to watch it. It's actually free.
$3.99.
So they think this is a great Valentine's Day. He's taking me out to dinner. He's spending money on pay-per-view. He's actually not, but they won't know the difference.
That's
very
a good
smart.
plan, man.
Okay, I like to see two fantastic plans. Victor, could you add to this Valentine's date night, including the UFC?
Well, I think the UFC, like David said, counter-programming is a smart way to go. I mean, we've seen that with figure skating going opposite the Super Bowl and the popularity of the Puppy Bowl and the Kitten Bowl.
We've heard about that. We haven't actually seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we've seen the plugs and the promos of people trying to...
I've been watching Michelle Kwan on Super Bowl Sunday since I was 5 years old, guys.
and see where that's gotten us.
Right. All right, so we're also discussing before, what are some other really bad counter programs for Valentine's Day? What other things could you do besides watch the UFC on Valentine's Day that would probably make your significant other not as happy?
Is there a monster truck derby going on somewhere in Southern California? I'm not really sure. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I'll probably just annoy Jason here and say, go to a baseball game.
Oh, low blow. Well, they don't
pitchers and catchers report in 2 weeks.
David.
So there we go.
I got somebody on my side here. Victor, anything from...
So I've already made the preemptive move here. I generally yield control of the remote.
Smart man.
Just because I know what's good for my health.
Yeah.
Yes, because if she does catch any of the UFC, you could be submitted down with an armbar in 2 minutes. You don't even know.
I would love to see...
My wife has already taken several sessions of Krav Maga. Okay. So... I kind of know where I stand.
I'm very happy I'm on this side of the seating.
I would love to see that if you come out for dinner, you come back, and because it's in the night for basically your wife or your partner's night, and you give her the remote, and you go, there you go, enjoy what you want. She just flicks on the UFC and just pulls up popcorn.
Incredible.
What do you think?
Guys, I think the winning idea here is 50 Shades of Grey. For any...
I just sold 50 Shades of Grey to the audience there. 50 Shades of MMA.
Yeah.
Let's get a hashtag.
I like it.
Well, let us know if you're going to be watching the UFC on, I believe, Fox for Benson Henderson versus Brandon Thatch. And if you're not, what are some other ideas that are related to watching the UFC in the comments section below? Don't forget to subscribe to TYT Sports for some more video content. And, of course, check out thepostgame.com for some amazing articles, videos, everything you could want from a sports site. We'll see you next time.